What's up, tubers? It's James here, and welcome to a fresh movie review for It Chapter 2. I will go the double, but we'll just go with part 2 for now, because it was long. Bad. So, part 2, directed by Andy Muschietti. And starring the kids from the first one, but also starring their adult counterparts with Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, Bill Hader, Isaiah Mustafa, Jay Ryan, James Ranson, Andy Bean, and who was elderly Bowers? Teach Grant, yeah. So part 2, chapter 2, goes for 2 hours and 49 minutes. And it's a long movie. It's good. It's kind of shows how it is as an adult. Like the first one showed the life of the kids and how everything awesome was back in the 80s and everything. And this one was and it showed how all disgusting the adults were, which I think was the point, and how innocent the kids can be. Number 2, we start off with the adults, and it's uncomfortable and disgusting even more because they've fallen back into old habits. Beverly in particular, it's like she tried to escape her rapist father and kind of fell into an abusive relationship, and it's very uncomfortable to watch. But that's what I gathered from the movie itself. It was supposed to make you. It was supposed to lure you into a false sense of security. I went to the It double feature, and it was a packed audience. It was a pretty good audience. 315 minutes, both movies. Fucking Jesus. And like everyone enjoyed the first one because we all knew how it happened, but it's like the uncomfortableness, like watching Bill explain to his dad where his brother could be, watching Bowers beat up Bill beat up Mike, the black kid, watching just how uncomfortable everyone is. It's just like Eddie's mum's like manipulating him and all that stuff. It's like, oh. And then in number 2, we start off the movie with the gay bashing. That was uncomfortable, really uncomfortable to watch. It's like, but yeah, like I said, it was to lure you into a false sense of security. Like, oh, this seems interesting and fun. Oh, look, something horrible, but then something funny, but then something horrible, but then something funny, but then again something horrible. It's just like, what the fuck, and. The emotion, like James McAvoy playing Bill, he did a really excellent job trying to be like, I want forgiveness for not being there for my little brother. I was just like, and like his alter ego, or Pennywise technically, was just like, no, but you didn't want to play with your brother. You wanted to have time by yourself because your little brother's annoying. It's like, no, get out of my head. It's like, no, and it's like, what the fuck? And this one was just it got into deep down into their false insecurity with Bill, with his brother, Beverly, with her father and husband and all that stuff, Richie with homophobia, I think, from what I gather from that. I didn't really reflect on Mike that much, but because I suppose he already had been there for 27 years, and everyone was just like, oh, here's Mike. It's like, oh, okay. Ben, with his weight, is like, oh, they fucking went for him. It's like, oh, you're a fat kid. No one loves you because you're a fat kid. It's like, I was like, dude, just show your abs. You're fine. Eddie, in his disease-ridden fear and all that stuff. And Stanley, he didn't last long because he was the weak one. But yeah. Mike, Ben, Eddie, Bill, Beverly. But yeah, it's and the movie, and Pennywise was such a bastard. It's just like, he knew how to get under your skin, and it's just like, oh dear. And the carnival scene where Bill is trying to help this little kid, and Pennywise has got like a little kid. Like you'd see the kid trapped between technically a rock and a hard place. Like, do I go with the guy who's trying to help me, or do I watch this clown trying to eat me and kill me? And it's just like they're both trying to smash their way through the glass, and it's like Pennywise is getting, there first because he's a psychotic motherfucking demon. It's just like, oh dear. But if you have epilepsy problems, go in, beware, because the last 20 minutes is probably like an epileptic fit. But it was good. It was like like I said, it was supposed to make you uncomfortable. It Chapter 2 is the adult version that we needed. Like the kid version, reminiscent about the 80s, yeah, it's awesome, but then 27 years later, you're an adult, and everything is hard, everything is disgusting, everything is awful. It's like, if you're feeling bad about yourself, this is the movie that's just like, it's just like, when Stanley, as a kid, is like, he does his, he's Jewish, he does that, his I'm a man now thing, it's just like, but I don't feel grown up, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it shows Beverly taking care of her dad, even though he's an abusive fuck. It shows Eddie picking up the pills he threw away. And Richie carving his initials in the fence, but not the rest of it. And it's just like, you got broken down. And it's just like, but it's just like, come a long way, and it's really good. It's one of those uncomfortablenesses that needed to happen. I give it an 8.5. I enjoyed it, but again, much better than the 80s one, or the 80s, the 90s, or the early 90s two-parter, and it was good to see that Stephen King actually showed up. It was kind of very meta, as he was like, oh, you're the writer. Oh, the ending sucked. And everyone was like, it's like, okay. But yeah. And the brutality of it too. It's just like the gay bashing, seeing... Sorry, I've forgotten his name. Henry Bowers, in his elderly form, still with a fucking mullet. It got wacky, it got weird. But yeah, it was really good. And hopefully in another 27 years, they'll do it again. Probably a bit more graphic, and they might show that scene that is uncomfortable to mention, the kids group gangbang or whatever it is. It's just like, but yeah, and who was it? The pharmacist. He looked fucking disgusting as fuck. It's just like, dude, no, you are, ew. But yeah, so yes, part 2, that was done, dusted, really well done. And apparently the posters are scaring kids now. I'd say harden the fuck up. But yes, 8.5, really good. Jessica Chastain, really well. Bill Hader, surprising. As Richie, even though Richie's a smart-ass character and Bill Hader plays that, he did a really respectful job. Jay Ryan as Ben, he did an amazing job. And Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. It's just... he does an amazing job. He's gone above and beyond. It's like, holy fucking shit. But yes. So, if you guys have seen the part 1 and part 2, which character do you see yourself in more? If they do it in another 27 years, what do you think? How do you think you'll go? You'll start in probably like 2017, and then it's just like, or 2018, 2019, one of the two. It's just like really weird. But yes, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and leave who you like as Pennywise better, Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård. Because Bill had his good moments. I mean, Tim has his moments, but that was the two-parter, and that was like sensitive for TV, and Bill is just like amazing. So yes, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.